Anger causes separation. When you see a cat slowly blinking at it, if it blinks back, the cat is content with you. Men with more masculine characteristics are linked to having higher testosterone levels, being more aggressive, and having higher than average divorce rates. If someone talking to you often sees you're mobile or changes the topic, so it shows you that the person in front of you who's not interested in talking to you. While brain represents only about 2% of the body's total weight, the brain requires about 20% of the body's oxygen and 25% of the body's glucose. MRI testing has shown that a canine brain reacts similarly to sounds of joy and pain in much the same way as a human, meaning that dogs are able to understand the differences in human vocal intonations and the meanings behind them. Children learn more when they initiate an activity and are actively engaged in it. Blue is the world's favorite color. Studies done around the world reveal that a whopping 40% of people consider blue to be their favorite color. That's why you are attracted to Facebook, because it has a combination of blue and white. 1% of people are addicted to exercise. The visually appealing presentations of unhealthy food on menus subtly arouse emotions in consumers. Scientists argue that if people understood those emotions better, they would make better food choices. Extroverts can be great listeners even though they are thought to be overly talkative. They also tend to be very understanding and likely to know how comforting this is to say. Your close friends influence your weight. Believe it or not, if your best friend eats a healthy diet, you are likely to do the same. If she's a junk food eater, then you better make her see sense. Shakira can speak 7 languages. Our love of happiness is relatively new. By having a healthy diet, physical activity, avoiding tobacco can reduce chances of getting cancer by 30%. The behavior of people is affected by bodily sensations. For example, there is a strong association between heaviness and such features as importance and seriousness. A person is assessed as more serious and sustained if his CV was applied in a heavy folder and vice. The jaw muscle is the strongest in the human body. India is the world's largest producer of bananas, producing nearly 22 million tons in 2007. Introverts are highly caring and altruistic, not that interested in material comforts. Wants to make the world a better place, but often misunderstood as arrogant or weird. A person who seems jealous or dingy is actually someone who cares most or more sensitive towards others. Your brain can detect fake laughter. Your brain automatically goes to work deciphering why someone is deliberately laughing. Lefties are more likely to stutter and be schizophrenic. 25% of dating relationships at workplace results in marriage. The most common cause of death for men in the U.S. is heart disease, the same as for women, and the average age of a first heart attack for men is just 66 years. A man with severe OCD and a phobia of germs attempted to commit suicide at the age of 19 via a gunshot wound to the head. Instead of killing him, the bullet eliminated his mental illness without any other brain damage. Never expect people to appreciate you. That means someone is controlling your happiness. Boredom has a bright side. Bored people are often looking for ways to do good things as the entertainment bores them and does not bring meaning to their lives. Aerophobia or the fear of flying affects an estimated 8 million U.S. adults, despite the fact that airplane accidents are very uncommon. Around 1 out of every 3 people has some level of fear of flying. Some of the common symptoms associated with this phobia include trembling. A hug can lift your mood. Dopamine is released when you hug or shake hands with someone. This makes you feel good and happy, so give hugs to your loved ones or take hugs from them. It contains your version of the truth, such as limitations and beliefs, which are not necessarily true. The secret of good sleep is to convince your brain that you had a good sleep now. All you need to know is how to convince your brain. Radioactive lead, polonium, and hydrogen cyanide can all be found in cigarette smoke. History buffs will recognize hydrogen cyanide as a compound used back in World War II as a genocidal agent. The famous Windows startup sound was composed using Mac. Shy people vary less about themselves. There are 100 billion neurons in the brain.